Dear students, how are you? I think all of you are well by the grace of Almighty Creator. I am also fine. Last class I told you to stay in the path of education to increase your inner power, and I also hope all of you are enjoying education, staying in the path of education, also staying in the path of truth. And I also told you this is the main goal of education. If you stay in the path of truth, if you stay in the path of education, your inner power will be developed. And by feeling this development, by feeling the inner power, by feeling your increased mental faculty, by feeling your increased thinking power, then the tendency to stay in the path of education will be developed. And in the meantime, I think everyone has realized what is education, what I mean to education, all kinds of positive learning that you try to apply or you are able to apply in your own life is called education. Except it's not education, because education is power. It will help you to do something, but the education that don't help you to do something is not education. Thinking that from class on you are trying to learn English, the goal is communication. The goal is you will be converted into a bilingual person. Our government is trying to make you a bilingual person so that you can communicate through the whole world, you can express your feelings to others, you can communicate with the foreigners, and in this way your world will be universal. This is the goal of our government, but I think many of you haven't tried to apply English in your practical life. That means you won't try to learn English, but thinking that thinking about a child learns his mother tongue, adapting what skills. A child at first adapt a skill. The skill is listening skill. Try to realize. A child at first listens the unknown word through his family members or neighboring persons. And so, through adapting hearing method, he at first try to become familiar with the word. Then there is a desire, there is a demand, there is a urge to express its feeling or his or her feelings. Then through this demand, this urge, he try to speak. Then speaking method, second method, speaking method is applied by the children, by a child. Then the child will familiar with reading, because in his or her childhood, his mother or his father show him or her a word. Suppose the word may be a, and then the child will be familiar with the word like a picture. The child at first think A is a picture. And what picture? This is A. And to make her or him it familiar, his guardian tried to say A for apple. A for apple, B for ball. In this way, the learner or a child adapt reading. Then the last item is writing. Then his guardian try to make him write the word in this way. There is a curved line, there is another curved line, and there is a middle line, a straight line. In this way, A is formed. In this way, a child try to learn his mother tongue, at first adapting, speaking, listening, then speaking, then reading, then writing. This is the way of learning first language. So think that if you want to learn second language, you should also adapt the method listening. Then students, try to understand how you will be able to the method or skill listening. Now, in staying at home, you have a great opportunity to adapt this method. How? If you listen my lecture again and again, then you will stay in English environment. And in the meantime, you have learned that my speaking style is very easy for you. I am using very easy words so that you will easily understand my speaking. Then when your listening power will be improved, then you may search another teacher's lectures and even the foreign person's lectures. In this way, by staying at home and by adapting this listening power, you will be able to improve your skills. In this way, then if you will start speaking with your friends and if you start speaking with your neighbors, then speaking power will be improved. Then reading, in the meantime you have seen all the alphabet of English letters, then reading and writing. In this way, if you try to speak If you try to learn English, you should adapt these 4 skills. Now students, last class I told you about classifications of noun. Understand? And today I will teach you about the pronoun. And pronoun can be classified into 8 types. And what is pronoun? I told you the word that puts replacing a noun is called pronoun. So pronoun can be classified into 8 types. Today I will teach you about only personal pronoun. Students, this is first person, I and you. Second person, look at the blackboard, students. This is a very important thing. Personal pronoun can be classified into depending on first person, second person and third person. And first persons are 2 types, I and we. This is singular and this is plural. Students, all of these items are used as subject of a sentence. So what is the benefit of learning this? The benefit is that if you see any one of them, you can think that the word, the pronoun is a subject of a sentence. Even if the word may put at the end of the sentence, you may also think that the word or the pronoun is the subject of the sentence, subject of the sentence or subject of the clause. Can you guess? Last word is used, last pronoun of a sentence is used as a subject. Can you guess? That means I want to say that if any one of these subjective case is used as the last word of a sentence, but the word is the subject of a clause, or the word is the subject of a sentence. Can you guess? Okay, I am showing you the answer. Suppose what will be the answer? He is bigger than me or I. What will be the answer? I think many of you have written or write here me, but it's not right, students. Here the right answer will be I. He is bigger than I. So look at the blackboard. I stay here and I is considered as a subject. So here I is the subject and here am is hidden. He is bigger than I am. So here I is also a subject verb. Am is not used. So, what is the benefit of learning this? The benefit is that you can consider any one of these as a subject because they always put as the subject of a sentence. This is the benefit of learning this. Now students, this is called subject or subjective case. Another name of it is nominative case. So the students, here subjective case and nominative case is the same thing. Now come objective case, and the object of I is me. And the object of we is us. The object of I is me. Object of we is us. Object of you is you. Students, look at the blackboard. You should memorize this table. I, object is me. We, object is us. You, object is same. You, object same. Here, you is singular. Here, you is plural. He, object him. She, object her. They, object them. It, object it. What is the utility of learning this? The answer is same. The utility is that when you see any one of these pronouns, you may consider that the pronoun is the object of a verb or object of a pronoun. So this is a power. Whenever you see me, you may think that me is either the object of a verb, any kinds of verb. Verb may be finite verb, not finite verb. And also me can be put as the object of a pronoun. So it's a power. If you see me and think the object, then you will easily find out who is the verb, because you know that verb puts before the object. Do you know? I think all of you know where object, what is the position of object? Position is object puts after a verb. So, when you will find me, then you will easily realize that a verb stays before me and before verb a subject stays. In this way, you will easily analyze a sentence. And when you will be able to analyze a sentence, that means when you will learn the syntax of a sentence, then your learning will be fulfilled. Now students, look at the blackboard. Here you and you. You is a subjective case and you is objective case. How you will identify who is you, who is subject, and what you is object? I taught you presently I have taught you the matter. What is the matter? The matter is, you know, when you find you after a verb, then you can be considered as the object of a sentence. But when you find you before a verb, then you is regarded as a subject of the sentence. This is the main point. Suppose if you write down a sentence, you call you in this sentence, you is subject and here you is verb. Understand, student? Because you put after a verb and here you put before a verb. So here you is the subject and you is the object. And next one, possessive case. Students, it's also a power. If you learn all these items, then you will get also a power. This is possessive case. And if you find this possessive pronoun, then a power will develop because none of these items use single, alone. They, all of them are used with a noun. Suppose my, what? The answer is my pen, my book, etc. That means from my, a phrase starts, especially a noun phrase starts through my, through our, same, our book, your book, all are same. And these pronoun can't use alone with a noun they put. So these are learning. Understand, students? And here is another problem. Look at the blackboard. Among them, heart is similar with this heart. So there is a puzzling position. You may fall in a puzzling position because the figure are same. Here heart and heart, the figure is same. So how you will identify these two one? I told you here when heart puts after a verb and puts alone, they all can put alone and always put alone. If heart put alone, then heart is regarded as the objective case or object of a sentence. But when heart doesn't put alone, heart puts with a noun, then heart is called possessive. I am showing it with an example. Look at the blackboard, student. I know her. Here, her has put alone. So, here, her is objective case. But here, her name. I know her name. Here, her hasn't put alone. Her has put with a noun. The noun is name. So here her is a possessive case. In this way, you will able to identify which her is objective case and which her is possessive case. This type of pronoun is called possessive pronoun, and they can be also called first degree pronoun. So possessive case, possessive pronoun can be classified into two types, first degree and second degree. And the second degree is my, ours. Look at the students. These are called second degree pronoun. They can be used alone. Here, noun doesn't need to put. So, here you can use the second degree possessive case without a noun. That means they can put alone. But the position, the meaning is difference. And I am showing you the difference through example. I have a pen. Here, I have a pen. Look at the blackboard, student. He gave me my pen. Here, my is first degree pronoun, but here the pen is mine. The pen is mine. এই কলমটা আমার. The pen is mine. Here, this mine has been used as second degree pronoun. This is the difference between first degree pronoun and second degree pronoun. First degree pronoun can be used alone, but second degree pronoun can always put alone. This is the difference. And in this way, if you remember this chart and are able to use this chart in English language, your power must improve. So try to remember this chart and try to use this chart in while you read something, while you write something, then English learning will be alive to you. Okay, students. Today I will end my class and I ask you to join me or to listen my lecture Okay, thank you. See you next.